Hello friends, welcome back to the channel, and thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Talisha and I also go by CreativiTeeByT, and today I'm sharing with you a couple of things. I'm first going to share with you one of my most favorite makes of this summer. Yes, I am absolutely in love with this make, and that is Simplicity 9958. It is a skirt that I made, so yeah, it's super fun. The other thing that I am going to share with you is a prize that I won from LA Finch Fabrics. I won a prize while participating in the hackathon, so I want to share with you the prize that I won, and I'm super excited about that as well. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this video. So when I went to the sorority sewing retreat back in July, I took several projects with me, and this skirt again, which is Simplicity 9958, was one of the projects that I took and actually completed. Okay, and it turned out the way it was supposed to be. Absolutely love it. All right, so yeah, so Simplicity 9958, and this is view B. Okay, the pattern description is Mrs. top and skirt, but the skirt is a tiered skirt and it has pockets. There is only one view for the skirt, although there are two different pictures on the pattern cover. There's this blue picture and then there is this multicolored picture, so don't get confused with those photos thinking that they're two different views or two different lengths. It's the same skirt, just two different pictures. Okay, so the fabric recommendations are going to be chambray, your double gauze linen, silky types, and soft cotton. I used a gauze. Okay, this is a gauze that I purchased from Hobby Lobby, and it has strawberries printed on it. It's so super adorable, so you know that I wasn't going to be able to leave that behind. So let me share with you just a little bit up close what this fabric is looking like. So this is the back. There is a distinct difference between the front and the back, even though it looks the same because this has pockets. Okay, so this is the front. I know my camera goes dark, so I'll try to lighten it during this part, but look at this and look at the texture. Oh my goodness, super adorable. I just love it. So again, I did purchase this fabric when I was at Hobby Lobby because I went there to buy supplies, but then I noticed it, and you know, anything that has fruit on it, I'm not going to leave it. Okay, the sewing skill for this pattern is rated as average, and I would say that that is correct because of how the construction is for sewing the pockets down and securing the yoke. It's like it's a little bit different, not hard but different. So like where some beginners could probably get it, maybe others wouldn't. It does have a calling for stitching in the ditch at the yoke here, so this yoke is basically twice the length of what you see, and then you just fold over into the back side and you make this casing for the elastic here, and then you stitch in the ditch to secure the inside of the yoke. I think it might make more sense if I share what the inside looks like. I'll show you the back side. So this is the inside. As you can see, this yoke was basically just about this tall. You fold it over so the right side of the fabric is going to show in the inside of the yoke, and then you stitch it in the ditch. And so that stitching in the ditch would be the thing that I would say might be off-putting for a brand new beginner, because you're stitching in the ditch with gathers. But for people that have sewn for some time, they're not super you know, brand new to sewing, that wouldn't be an issue. So the pattern pieces that I use, there's 3 pattern pieces for this skirt. There's a front and back yoke. Yeah, there's a front and back yoke, and then there's a front and back skirt, and then you have your pockets. So the front and back yoke is one pattern piece, you just cut 2, same with the skirt, and then your pocket. You do have an elastic guide for your waistband, but it's, you know, it's not an actual pattern piece that you need to cut with fabric. And so with that being said, for the notions you just need thread and then your 1-inch elastic. And this pattern sizing, it comes, where is it again? Sorry, let me grab it off to the side. This pattern comes in size 8 to 26, but the pattern sizing that I picked up is the 18 to 26. And the size that I cut a size 24, and I took a guess at it because I honestly didn't know what size to cut, because there are no finished measurements on any of the pattern pieces. So not on the yoke pattern piece, not on the skirt pattern piece, and there's also no finished measurements on the actual pattern envelope on the back. So I took a guess at it, and I basically sewed one size up from what I normally cut in different patterns. And I just figured the elastic for the waistband could be adjusted to make it fit tighter if the skirt was too loose. And so I just recommend that for you as well if you want to make this skirt, because it is an adorable skirt. You just have to kind of know what to do. So does it look like the pattern envelope? I believe it does, but I will let you be the judge of it, and you can let me know. But yes, I think it does. The instructions were very easy to follow. Like I said, the only thing that might be challenging would be to a new sewer, you know, about the different techniques, but definitely no challenges when it came down to the instructions. The things that I liked about the pattern, first of all, I love that it's a skirt. I am a skirt and dress girl all the way, okay? And I do love this beautiful yoke, even though we're looking at the inside again. I love this beautiful yoke and the waistband, okay? I love an elastic waistband because it just makes it so easy to finish. And then I also love the gathers. Okay, let me turn this skirt inside out. I think it will make the camera go dark, but I also have pictures that I'm putting up in the screen for you to view. But yeah, I love the gathers that are at the bottom of the yoke. I think it's super adorable. And if you didn't notice, in the front and in the back there's a seam down the middle. You don't notice it in the gauze so much, but there is a seam down the middle to make this come together. So if you're working with different designs or prints in your fabric, that may be something that you might want to consider as far as how to cut out that fabric. But yeah, definitely love that yoke, love the elastic waistband, and love the gathers. And there was nothing that I disliked about the pattern, obviously. I'm super excited that I was able to finally sew something that I didn't have any hiccups with. Now, as far as any new techniques, no, but I did have a first time experience. This was actually my first time making a tiered skirt that used part of the yoke as a waistband casing. Okay, most of the time the waistbands are separate, and that's fine, but this was different. Now I will say that I did need to adjust my elastic when I came back from the retreat. I used a thinner, stretchier, not as structured type of elastic at the sewing retreat, and I didn't like it. I'm used to using like a non-roll, thicker type of elastic. So I did unpick a little portion at the bottom of the yoke, and then I unpicked a little portion above that where the waistband was to make an opening right above it to reach inside of the waistband to get the elastic and pull it out. Now, I will say it was a lot of work because I had to look carefully to not pick out my gauze, because gauze is kind of chunky or whatever, and I wanted to make sure that I didn't pull any of the threads from my actual fashion fabric to be able to use my seam ripper to pull those stitches out of the ditch, because I felt like I needed like at least like a 2 or 3 inch opening to go through the yoke and then open up more at the waistband and pull the elastic out. So my whole point is, if you need to adjust your skirt later, that could be a little daunting, but it can be done, and it will probably be more well hidden, especially in a fabric like this. Now, I am losing weight. I'm down 10 pounds. And I can still fit it though, because I make my elastic pretty tight. But when I do lose more, I know what to do now to adjust it. And it may take a lot of time. I think it took me about an hour to do that. You know, more time than I would have preferred, but hey, it is what it is. So now you know how to alter it. All right, moving on. I did not make any alterations or changes or any modifications. I don't have any recommendations as far as alterations to this pattern. I made it as is, and I would definitely recommend this to others. This skirt is super fun. It's flirty. It's perfect for all the occasions, depending on what your fabric choice is. It's all the things, okay? This can be paired with a nice blazer. It could be paired with a cardigan. It could be paired with a sweatshirt or a t-shirt, tank, you know, you name it. This is such a great pattern, you know, so definitely pick it up if you can. This pattern is available on the Simplicity website for download, PDF download, or you can buy the physical pattern and have it shipped to you. My Hobby Lobby your Hobby Lobby, I should say, may have it. I'm not sure, but you may want to check it out what patterns are still there. I know my store, if you are a Hobby Lobby shopper, did confirm that they are selling the patterns on sale to discontinue them altogether. So if you like paper patterns, you may want to go ahead and stop and get your hands on them. This sale that they have going on right now is not just a regular sale. It's basically a closeout on pattern sales, okay? So now I will share with you a few more photos and clips of my skirt. Alright, hope you enjoyed those clips, and overall I do think that this really is a great pattern. I think you should add this to your stash because, like I said, it certainly is a year-round type of pattern, which is, you know, what maximizes the use out of it. So that's definitely something you want to do. You just, you know, have to have the right type of fabric for the season that you're in when you're making it. Okay, so now we will move on to the prize that I won from LA Finch Fabrics. I have it here on the table next to me. So again, I entered the hackathon because I was asked by Chris. I have been seeing it over the past couple of years or whatever, but I had not participated. And so this year I had, you know, an idea. I went with it and totally was not expecting to win anything. I just wanted to participate in it, which was like the bonus, right? I honestly didn't see it coming. And all of a sudden I'm looking at my DMs and Instagram. I'm like, oh, I won something? Okay, so that was super fun for me. And what I won was I think it was $25 gift certificate to LA Finch Fabric, and I will put up in the screen what I won, like the category that I won. But here is the fabric right here. I ended up getting some designer dead stock shirting, and here they have it tied up in this cute fabric right here, this lobster. But yeah, this is some shirting. So I've got 5 yards of it, and then after shipping and everything, I think I paid $3 out of my pocket. Okay, and so shirting is something that even at Joann Fabrics I really didn't come across, and so I was happy to see this. I can totally see myself in a beautiful shirt dress. Look at these stripes. It's tan and light blue, dark blue, but a subtle dark blue. Beautiful. Chris from Unsocial and on Instagram and here on YouTube is the seamstress that puts this challenge on. I really enjoyed it. I do plan to participate again next year. Just kind of get your creative juices flowing. So I was happy to be a part of it, and especially happy to win this fabric. So thank you so much, Chris, for inviting me and for putting me into the drawing. On On a side note, I picked up a couple of other things I want to share with you. Now, I'm not like into Halloween, but I'm certainly into the fall, and I just couldn't leave these behind. Even though they are giving Halloween vibes, I just couldn't leave them behind because they were so cute. So let me show you what they are. And I was just at, honestly, Walmart, and I found these. Look at these. Look at these. These cupcake and pumpkin earrings. Aren't these adorable? Ooh. I'm so festive. I am super festive. And I wear these kind of things. So, sorry if I seem corny, but that's just what I do. Alright, so yeah, please let me know what you think in the comments below about my pattern. Again, that is Simplicity 9958, and I do have an alternate pattern for you if you like this pattern style, but you're not into elasticated waists and you want to use like a zippered skirt. This pattern right here, it's a ME pattern. This is ME2073. Again, ME2073, and this pattern looks very, very close to that one, except for it uses like a 9-inch or 7-inch invisible zipper. Let me see here. Yeah, 1 9-inch invisible zipper, and it's on the side. Okay, it does have like a couple of peaks in the front here on the yoke, and I can show you the line art and you can see it a little bit more clear. So if you see this line art right here, it just shows you that. But yeah, this is an alternate pattern that would honestly do the same for you, but however, I don't believe it has pockets. No, it doesn't have pockets. So, but it is another option, and that is the reason why I purchased this pattern, because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to go for. I do like this one that I made, which is Simplicity 9958, but I am still going to make this other pattern. All right, now we're finally going to end it for real. So please let me know what you think in the comments below about the pattern that I made, which is Simplicity 9958. Is this a pattern that you would pick up? Did you like the strawberries? I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope this information was helpful in your decision on purchasing this pattern or the other ME pattern in the future. If you did enjoy this video, you know what I'm getting ready to say. Please take a pause for the cause and click the like button and the subscribe button if you enjoyed these types of videos, and the gray notification bell so that you can be notified of future videos. And again, seriously, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to all of my new and returning subscribers for your support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!